Stories from the Bible in Modern English. Adam and Eve. God made the earth, and at first there were no plants. God had not yet made rain fall upon the earth, and there were no men to till the ground. Then mist went up from the earth. It rained, and water fell upon the ground. And the Lord made a figure in the shape of a man. He made it from the dust that was on the ground, and he breathed into the nose of the figure the breath of life, and man became a living being. Then the Lord planted a garden in Eden in the east, and there he put the man whom he had made. The Lord made all the trees that are pleasant to see and good for food grow in the garden. The tree of life was there, and also in the middle of the garden was the tree of the knowledge of goodness and evil, and a beautiful river ran through the garden. The Lord said to the man, "You may eat the fruit of every tree in the garden, except the tree of the knowledge of goodness and evil. If you eat fruit from that tree, you will die." And God thought, "It is not good that this man is alone. I will make him a helper that is suitable for him." Then the Lord made all the beasts of the fields and all the birds of the air. He brought them to the man to see what he would call them. The man gave a name to every beast and every bird. But from all of these, the man could not find a helper suitable for him. So God made the man lie down and sleep. And while he slept, God took one of the man's ribs from his body. God made this rib into a woman, and he brought her to the man. The man and the woman were both naked, but they were not ashamed. They lived together happily in the Garden of Eden. Of all the animals in the garden, the serpent was the most cunning. One day he said to the woman, "Did God say to you, 'Do not eat the fruit of the trees in the garden'?" The woman said to the serpent, "We may eat the fruit of most of the trees in the garden. But God said, 'Do not eat the fruit of that tree which is in the middle of the garden, and do not touch it. If you do, you will die.'" Then the serpent said to the woman, "You will not die. God knows that when you eat that fruit, you will be able to see better. You will be like God. You will know about goodness and evil." The woman saw that the fruit of the tree was good to eat. It looked very delicious, and she thought that it would make her become wise. So she took some of the fruit and ate it, and she also gave some to her husband, and he ate it. Then they both began to see differently. They knew that they were naked. They sewed leaves together and made themselves clothing. When they heard the sound of the Lord walking in the garden, quickly they hid among the trees. The Lord called to the man, "Where are you?" The man replied, "I heard you walking in the garden. I was afraid because I was naked, and I hid here in the trees." God said, "Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten fruit from the tree which I told you not to touch?" The man said, "The woman who you gave me took the fruit and gave it to me, and I ate it." The Lord said to the woman, "Why have you done this?" And the woman said, "The serpent persuaded me to do it." And the Lord said to the serpent, "Because you have done this, you will be punished. You will crawl upon your belly all your life, and you will eat dust. You will be the most hated of all animals. There will be hatred between you and this woman, and between her children and your children. They will step upon your head, and you will bite their heels." And God said to the woman, "When you have children, you will suffer in great pain. You will have great love for your husband, yet he will rule over you." And to Adam God said, "Because you have listened to the voice of your wife, and have eaten fruit from the tree which I told you not to touch, you will be punished. You will no longer be able to get food from the earth easily. The earth will give you thorns and thistles. To get plants for food, You will have to work and sweat in the fields. You will work hard all the days of your life until you return to the ground. You were taken out of the ground. You were made of dust, and you shall turn into dust again. The Lord thought, This man has become like myself, knowing goodness and evil. And now he may take fruit from the tree of life and eat it and live forever. And so the Lord made clothing of skins for Adam and Eve, and he sent them out of the Garden of Eden into the world. And from that time on, Adam had to till the earth from which he was taken. And the Lord placed an angel with a flaming sword to guard the way to the tree of life in the Garden of Eden.